Zimbabwe's political tensions ahead of March 31st protests. Zimbabwe is facing increasing political unrest ahead of the planned nationwide demonstrations on March 31st, 2025. These protests have been called for by Blessed Bombshell Jeza, a former ZANU-PF Central Committee member and war veteran, who is demanding President Emerson M. Mnangagwa's resignation. Jeza has accused the government of corruption, economic mismanagement, and worsening living conditions, fueling widespread frustration among citizens. Government response. In anticipation of the demonstrations, the government has deployed anti-riot police nationwide to prevent any possible unrest. Authorities have warned that any acts of violence or disorder will be swiftly dealt with. Information Minister Jenfin Muswer has called on Zimbabweans to ignore Jeza's calls, emphasizing that the protests are not sanctioned and could threaten national stability. Economic and social factors. The protests are unfolding against a backdrop of rising inflation, unemployment, and a declining economy. Many Zimbabweans are struggling with high food prices, a depreciating Zimbabwean dollar, and shortages of basic commodities. This economic strain has increased public frustration, with many citizens seeing the protests as an opportunity to voice their grievances. Opposition stance. Nelson Chamisa, leader of the opposition, has distanced himself from the planned protests, stating that he is not involved in organizing them. Chamisa has instead advocated for peaceful dialogue and legal means to address the country's challenges. His stance reflects ongoing internal divisions within the opposition, as some activists support protests while others prefer negotiations. Security and public sentiment. With security forces already on high alert, there is growing concern about how the March 31st demonstrations will unfold. Some fear a heavy-handed government response, while others see the protests as a turning point for change. The situation remains tense and uncertain, with both sides preparing for a critical moment in Zimbabwe's political landscape. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notifications button so that you can get all the gist. Good. I see you next time.